All right, so I've been here for 6 days now, woofing. I don't like recording myself, but so many people want to know like what I'm up to and what's happening. So I got here on a Monday night, and my way here was not fun. I thought that I would stop on my way down here to High Springs, Florida from Virginia, and I would stop for the night at like a truck stop and just camp in my bed. I got these like curtains, got the front thing, and I thought I'll be safe and I'll just curl on up in here and sleep for the night and hit the road early in the morning. So about 10 o'clock, I went to sleep and I fell sound asleep. I love this blanket right here. It's like this fuzzy blanket. Oh my gosh, it's the best. And then all of a sudden it sounded like I was in a war zone. I jumped up out of bed, got on all fours, looked around like a wild animal. I thought I was in the middle of a gunfight at the gas station at this trucker stop. Went down on the ground and waited. And I mean, then I started hearing like missiles, and then I saw sparks flying past my window, and I'm like, what is happening? And then I peeked out the back and I realized somebody had set an entire box of fireworks off 20 feet behind my minivan. And I was the only minivan parked like in this particular area. There was a little field behind me, and only like 30 feet in front of me was the gas station, though, like the pumps. So anyway, I just was so scared, and the police showed up, like 3 police cars. They had on bulletproof vests. Like, it was a big deal. And then I saw the attendant, walking by with a bucket. It was a bucket of water because the box had caught on fire. He was going to put it out. So my adrenaline was going. I was really shooken up. Nobody came to talk to me. Like, I guess they figured the person in the minivan didn't like the fireworks because that would be really dumb. So I don't know if someone did it to freak me out or what. I don't think it was like directed at me. I just think maybe if somebody was like, let's mess with the people sleeping in the minivan. But that was crazy. So I first drove over next to the cop cars, and I thought, all right, I'll park here for the night. But then about 30 seconds later, the cops all got in their car and drove away. And I thought, all right, I'm getting on the road. So I got back on the road. It was like 12:50. No, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning by then. I was exhausted. Didn't know where I was going to sleep, what I was going to do. But I ended up finding another gas station that was smaller and better. And I slept for the night, and it was all good. Then Monday, so that was on a Sunday. On Monday, when I got to town, the first thing I had to do was go to CVS and get a COVID test. So I got to town and I had a couple hours to kill. So it was really nice because I found a park with a natural spring. And I had been sleeping in my van and traveling for 2 days and sweaty, and the worst kind of sweat too, from that like adrenaline and that fear that I had. So I got to the park, paid $6, went in, and was able to put my bathing suit on and jump in the water and swim around for a bit. And then I got to take a hot shower, and then I got dressed in the back. Well, no, I got dressed in the shower, came back to my minivan, and I felt like $1,000,000. And I just laid here, looked out at the water, and waited till I had to go get my COVID test. So I went through the drive-thru, got my COVID test, and then I came to the farm, and when I arrived, nobody was here to greet me, and it was kind of scary, and I was out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of BFV, Florida. BFV, Florida. And I was nervous. But then another woofer, Parker, came over and greeted me, and he gave me the tour of the place. And it's about 6 acres, and it's on top of karst topography. So I'm gonna have to look more into that. But it's a lot of limestone and dolomite or something. I don't know. But there's a lot of caves that run throughout and underneath. And they have an outdoor garden, a big giant hoop house with a bunch of veggies growing. And they had about 20-ish, little under 20 chickens. 8 of them were roosters and 8 of them were hens. And the whole reason why they got roosters is a whole nother story. But we processed the roosters yesterday. Just me and the farmer. Yeah, so he did the killing and I did everything else. Plucked the feathers, cut it, gut it, iced it. So that was an experience. Oh God, so much has happened. They also have a bidet, and I didn't know how to use it. And Parker was like, let me show you how to use the bidet. And it was a cold day that day, even though we're in Florida. I had a winter hat on and some gloves. And I bent over the bidet, and it's the kind where there's like this lever, and you push on it on the outside side of the toilet, and it pushes this little arm to the center of the toilet. Outside, inside. And then at the tip of this thing, it just squirts straight up some water. So it hits your butthole, and then it washes and straight down. So he had pushed it to the center of the toilet, and I wanted to see how you push it back over. And I was also just kind of inspecting this bidet. So I'm bent over the toilet. You can imagine where this is going. And I'm looking at it, and I pushed, and it didn't move. And so I pushed harder, and it started squirting me in the face. My eyes were open, my mouth was open, it went up my nose, everywhere. And I was in such shock, I couldn't stop. I was just like, ah! And by the way, when you push this thing full force, he said it could hit the ceiling. So it was not a little spray hitting my face. So I tore off my winter hat that was soaking wet and tore off my gloves, ran over to the sink, started washing my face. Oh my God, he just kept asking me if I was okay. And I just started laughing because I'm fine. It's just water. I said, we'll see if I wake up tomorrow morning with some crazy eye infection or something. But as of right now, I'm okay. So that was an experience, my bidet experience. Of course, now I don't have to use a bidet because as of yesterday, I moved my van from this like parking lot area over here to being next to this pond. And I have my very own, how do I do this? Toilet. Yeah, toilet by the pond. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, living in a van's pretty cool, especially because I was freezing a couple nights when it was down in the 30s. But as of last night, I got dun, 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 electricity and a heater. And he just brought me this light that I'm going to hook up. So I'm going to have a light. I got my laptop, which is really cool. So, you know, I can like sit in here and like watch movies, whatever. And my charger for my phone. Let's see. So, for the first few days, I didn't have anything. It was just by 6 o'clock, I was in the van in the dark. That was about it. So I guess I got a lot of good sleep. Got things over here. Got my little glasses because I'm old now. Got my little reading light that I just got, Q-tips, lotions, flashlight, my water. Got journals and books to read and stuff. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So when I opened my door, dun, 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 and I just have the great outdoors. And I like it.